Alright, today I'm going to talk to you about why cyberbullying should be a felony in all states when it leads to an individual committing suicide, and why it's a big problem in today's society that can lead to suicide. Did you know that approximately 2,000 youth aged 10 through 19 complete suicide each year? According to the National Alliance on Mental Illness Support website, I'm also going to give you ways to prevent cyberbullying, as well as give you information on where to report these incidents. Now, this brings me to my first story, which happens to be Megan Meir. According to NoBullying.com, Megan Meir was the first cyberbullying victim that fell to suicide. She fell in love with a guy whom she thought to be named was Josh. She met Josh on MySpace, and they continued talking for 6 weeks. Megan's mom did watch her activity close on MySpace since this guy kind of popped up out of nowhere. Megan was overweight as a child, and she also suffered from attention deficit disorder, also known as ADD. She was bullied at a younger age, but as she had gotten older, Megan began to take her weight in her own hands, and she decided that she wanted to feel better about herself, so she lost 20 pounds. She was also seeing a therapist in the same time frame. So all these great things were happening to Megan in her life, and she decided to end relationships that she thought were taking her nowhere in life. One of her girlfriends who lived nearby, because Megan thought she was a very negative person. Megan thought she was overweight and ugly for so long. Now she finally had a guy that she was interested in who thought she was very pretty, so she decided to rush this relationship that she had with him. So she began to come home daily and just hop on the computer just to feel wanted with this guy that she thought that she knew. One day, Josh sent a message saying he wanted to end the relationship since he had heard that Megan was not a very nice person to her friends. With him not thinking that she was a nice person, I felt like, and her mom also felt like, that it was kind of ironic that this just happened. So Megan ended the friendship between her and her longtime friend. So Josh ended up being a fake page. It was created by her ex-friend that she had just ended a relationship with. Her parents ended up being the face behind Josh. And this is what we call today catfishing. Catfishing is when you pretend to be somebody that you're not, and you go online trying to meet other people as another identity. Well, the last message that Megan read from this fake page was, quote, "Everybody hates you. Have a shitty rest of your life. The world is a better place without you." Now, if cyberbullying was held at a charge of felony in all states when it leads to suicide, when it leads to a child committing suicide, maybe the child's mom would have thought twice before sending that last message to Megan before she chose to end her own life. The Cyberbullying Research Center reported that mean comments and spreading rumors are the most common types of cyberbullying. Cyberbullying victims often have low self-esteem and are more likely to consider suicide over life. Another reason cyberbullying should hold a charge of felony in all states is that mean comments and condescending talk to the victim causes low self-esteem, or it may give an individual a complex, which, like I stated in my first point, may lead to depression that may be suicide. My next point is school shootings. Bullying victims are twice as likely to bring a weapon to school, which in turn can easily elevate to a mass school shooting. Columbine Massacre, Columbine massacre suspects Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold were in gifted and talented classes and were allegedly victims of bullying for 4 years. These two guys created an online site for video games, which started out as blog. It was a blog to talk about simply different levels of this video game that they cared about, and they really felt like it made them more human-like than other people. But the name of the game was called Doom. It started out as just a blog site, but it quickly elevated from being just a gaming blog site to creating explosives to collections of guns and whatever type of other ideas they had in their head to try to hurt society. This brings me to a solution. The solution that I have is an ever-growing issue in today's society. I feel that if more parents and more victims would speak out against cyberbullying and just bullying, straight up, head-on bullying, maybe we could see a huge issue that could gain the attention of the right people to make it a felony in all states, especially when it leads to a child committing suicide. I would like to see whoever the cyberbully was get charged with felony murder. A place a person can call for help would be at 1-800-273-TALK, and you will be connected to a skilled, trained counselor at a crisis center in your area, anytime, 24/7. And the source I got from this was www.suicidepreventionlifeline.org. So when cyberbullying happens, please report the documented behavior, and you can do this at www.stopbullying.gov. Now, these are all the reasons I feel cyberbullying should be illegal in all states. If it were, then maybe, just maybe, it will make more people think twice about the huge effect it has on others, and I really feel that suicides would decrease and mass shootings would decrease as well, as I stated in my point earlier with the Columbine massacre. My name is Chase Williams, and these are my thoughts on cyberbullying.